College game day. I'm on Pittsburgh, PA, man. I love that they're going to this game. This is going to be awesome. Notre Dame at Pitt, noon Eastern, ABC. Notre Dame, a 10.5-point favorite. For Notre Dame, we talk about style points and what they're going to have to do to impress the committee. This is likely your last matchup. It's going to have a opponent with a number next to their name in Pitt. Pitt very quietly controls their own college football playoff destiny. Now, this won't count towards that, obviously, with Notre Dame not being in the ACC. But you'd like to think if you're Pitt, if you can go beat Notre Dame, how different do you look at the rest of your schedule when you look in the mirror? Hey, we just beat a top 10 team in college football if we're Pitt. We just took down a team that was coached by a guy that coached the national title game a year ago, Marcus Freeman. Think about the level of swagger you have and how dangerous that would be for this team that, again, controls their own college football playoff destiny. I'm excited to watch it, man. Now, Pitt, I think they're going to move the football against Notre Dame. I really do. Like Mason Heinschel, people throw around like the Baker Mayfield comp, I think, a little bit too loosely. We see a dude who's like somewhat athletic, a little bit undersized, and everyone's just like, oh, Baker Mayfield. Mason Heinschel actually, I think, is probably a fair comp to Baker Mayfield with the way that he ad-libs, the way that he has the arm strength, the accuracy, all those things. Notre Dame, what do we say? Every single week we break down Notre Dame game. They're going to play a lot of man coverage. It's who they are. It's what they do. They like their guys versus your guys. Hey, Pitt's got some guys now. They're not a lot of national names, but like Kenny Johnson has been the epitome of productive for Pitt all year long. Cade Bell, I think, is one of the best young OCs, not one of the best OCs, period, in college football. He's calling a game and a half every single week for Pitt. Pitt is going to move the football. Now, I think in that spot, when did they move the football is important to note. We see Pitt jump on these guys early. You go from McAfee, likely shirtless at the game day desk, sending you out to a tremendous college football Saturday. You get the game rolling. Pitt gets out there and gets up to, 10-0 lead, 13-0 lead on Notre Dame. All of a sudden, now hang on. Pitt's got momentum. Pitt's got some swagger. That opening script from Cade Bell was a dime and a half. Okay now. Hey, CJ Carr, you able to answer? Hey, Jeremiah Love, we rolling right away here, brother? We got that juice from the jump? Because I think Pitt has a very interesting opportunity here to capture momentum early and put C.J. Carr or Notre Dame in a spot they haven't been in here in some time. I go back to like the Miami game being the last time I remember them being down to this or to that sort of detriment. I think the trenches, though, will still belong to Notre Dame. Watching Pitt on tape, they're very aggressive, but that front seven, man, first and 10, they like to stunt a lot. Like, they like to move the defensive end underneath. They get the nose tackle moving out. Like, they got a lot of games being played up front, which is fine. You're able to be successful if you can disrupt an offensive line and get their communication out of whack. But here's the thing. That's a difficult plan to stop this Notre Dame rushing attack with. Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, the best running back room in college football. Jeremiah Love currently making his case for the Heisman Trophy. He's a walking 90-yard touchdown run. I don't like the idea of you being busy up front with playing these games and also being able to stop Jeremiah Love with a full head of steam. I think that opens you up to a lot of gash plays. Now, going back to how Pitt plays defense, they're going to be aggressive in that box. Okay, they'll roll a safety down. They'll trigger quickly. The bet for Pitt, the way they play defense, they are gambling that you as an offense will not be able to, one, run the football against them with the extra numbers. Okay, we'll see. Let's just say you're right. If that happens, their bet is that you're not able to consistently enough have a dynamic downfield passing offense to just live off of that and win that way. And they say, if you beat us that way, cool. Well, not cool, but hat tip to you, and we'll see you down the road here. So it comes down to, let's just say Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price don't get the total momentum they'd like to have in this spot, which, again, would surprise me. I think they'll run the football, but let's say Pitt answers some scores, and let's say that maybe they find some momentum in the second half. They're able to get something going in that front seven to force some third and passing. It's going to come down to C.J. Carr. And the thing I like about Notre Dame in this spot is they've done a great job bringing C.J. Carr along. Last week, I know it's Navy, but they were letting it rip downfield. I mean, 13 yards an attempt, finished 13 of 16. That progress for C.J. Carr makes me feel really good about them in this game, what they're going to be able to accomplish. So I think that Pitt brings some juice early. I really do. The skill players, I mentioned Kenny Johnson, just have a bunch of different ways to beat you offensively, whether it's the perimeter game, the downfield passing game. I mentioned Heinschel and what he can do with his legs. Unless we see C.J. Carr make some redshirt freshman mistakes, I think Notre Dame just has too much across the board in too many ways to still win this football game. So I think we see the mature Notre Dame. I think we see C.J. Carr taking care of the football in this spot, not let the moment be too big for him. I think, honestly, too, go back to the games Notre Dame played already this year. Miami, A&M. I know they were both losses, but we talk about the heavy bar, having a good level of resistance for your football team at different points throughout the year. I think that serves them well in this game, plus the USC win. I think Notre Dame ends up winning the football game. I think that Pitt actually keeps it close. Could be a little backdoor action here, but I think Pitt actually covers. I'll take Notre Dame to win, Pitt to cover. Final score, 30-22 in Pittsburgh. And Notre Dame, at that point now, clear your final hurdle, and you're probably in a spot to make the college football playoff, all things being equal.